Hi there, and we're going to be talking today about how to simplify your market or why to simplify your market for authentic client attraction. And the good news is I'm here with Kelly McCooey, who is going to be with me tomorrow evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are, doing a new workshop that we've been working on together. And it's about being able to go from sort of feeling like you're continually chasing the next client and the next clients, you don't know where they're all coming from, that's not predictable, to really being able to sort of simplify the marketing process, whatever, simplify the marketing, simplify the systems that you put in place so that you can attract clients and attract the clients that you want to attract that aligns with your values and what you set out to do in your business and the people you want to work for. We're going to be covering things like how to simplify marketing for attracting clients, how to stop losing lots and lots of time, which is more important to the midlife business owners like you and I, Kelly, but also money as well.
Yeah.
Stop losing time and money on your marketing and what you're doing, and applying the sort of right sequence that you need in your business so that you can attract the clients that you want to work with and feel good about what business you're doing and sort of the flow of the business. So hi there again.
Hi.
And on this live tonight, I wanted to ask you, Kelly, just to talk a little bit about sort of maybe what some of the challenges that you have faced or facing, just in terms of marketing and attracting clients to your business, and sort of how do you think about it, or how are you feeling about it, and sort of where you are and what is important to you.
Okay. That was a lot.
20 questions. I guess, okay, let me simplify it because that's what we're all about, right?
Okay.
Simplify the question. So where are you right now in your marketing in terms of your business and attracting people to your business?
I have been working for the last year or so on setting up my business. So while I understand what I do, the emotional and limiting belief stuff, I understand people. I understand how people think and how to help them change that stuff. The marketing has been a huge learning curve. And being able to be specific in my marketing has been a huge problem in just getting my head around that, because when you're working with emotional stuff and mindset kind of thing, it's kind of like when you say, well, who do you help, what problem do you solve? And I'm like, well, that's like asking a doctor who do they help, or a therapist, what's the result of seeing it there? Well, it's kind of like depends on who you are and where you're at. So getting my head around being able to be specific about that and just decide, what do I want to focus on, has been surprising on how much resistance internally there has been. And then being like just the learning curve of being able to articulate that.
I think when everyone starts out their business, including me, although my background is a little more adapt to sales and marketing, but actually I think lots of people start out their businesses because they're good at something, realize they can help some people, they help some people, they get some clients, but actually what until you're sort of doing seven figures, most of your time actually needs to be on working out how to attract and serve and increase the value that you create for your customers. And so it's kind of like you come with a pack of skills or a toolkit that you're really awesome at. And then you realize, and not everyone realizes, but at least you realize, not everyone does. I don't actually mean that as a joke, but there is this whole sort of attracting clients and marketing.
Yes, very different skill set.
Totally different skill set.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Totally
I
different.
used to say for years, I had all these friends who were artists in various different ways, and they'd want to sell their art or music or whatever, or they want to do it as business. I'm like, well, then find someone who's good at business and partner with them, because the artist and the business manager are completely different. It's not the same thing, but that's why there's so many starving artists, because they're not business managers.
And I think one of the I put it on the copy, on the marketing, on the content that we have, is that just to call people out who are sort of feeling similar things, and things like if you're a business owner and you're really good at what you do but you hate marketing, then this workshop is for you. And I think there's lots of people who'd raise their hand and say that to me, directly, and say, I hate marketing. I don't want to do marketing. I want to, but actually business you don't have a business unless you have clients, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Have to get, so if you hate marketing, this is a workshop for you, because we're going to show you a way that will simplify things and you'll hate it less, and you might even start enjoying it as well. So
that's where I come in, is that changing the emotions around it from I hate doing this to making it just a situation and something that you need to learn. It's two very different experiences. When you're fighting and resisting something, even though you still need to do it to be able to make a living, then you're constantly fighting yourself and tripping yourself up. So that's exactly what I do, is help you clear that emotional gymnastics so that you can just do what you need to do. You don't have to love it. You can just do it.
Yeah. So if that's you, that's cool. You're gonna have a good experience, we promise, and this workshop's for you. If you feel like another one that comes up a lot is feeling sleazy and salesy, and you hate the idea of selling. And I actually think in the human population of the Western world, that's about 90% of the population. So again, it's finding ways where you can do it in a way that is more comfortable for you, that you feel more engaged with it, that it's not that kind of like, I'm like slick back hair, sleazy salesman. It's actually done in a really natural way. And I'm in that 10% weirdo lot that actually enjoys it. But I tell you why, and this is why. And it's a reframe for me, right? And we'll go into more details, in various things. But actually, if you really believe in your offer that you have great value, then you want to share it with people you can help help them with.
Yeah.
And so it just takes there's a little bit more to it than that, but it takes away all the sleaze in it, because your intentions are good. I think it's all about connecting with people and finding out how you can help people and helping them. And so I come at it in a totally different frame than most people, which means, and again, it's like, the stuff that you're talking about, where it's just like sort of dealing with the emotions around it, reframing it so that it works for you, because that will enable you to really grow your business as well. So people who are like, and I've worked with people who are just like, they hate the whole idea of it. They hate it. And that pattern of, stuff means that your business isn't going to succeed really at all if you can't have those conversations in a way that is congruent.
And I think that so many of the people, at least the people that I know in business, are women that are heart-centered and honestly are doing this, whatever it is they do, because they want to help people. And
Mm,
yeah, you want to build a business and make money, but it's also because you want to help people. But when you understand that charging people enough that it stings a little
mm,
is exactly what will help them to make the transformation that they need to make,
mm,
then it's not about being sleazy. It's about, I care about you enough that I'm
mm,
going to charge you money
mm.
so that you'll do what you need to do to get to where you need to be, to become who you are trying to be.
Yeah, that's a very honest and direct um, view of that, which is totally true. I don't know if I'd use the word sting, but
Well, I mean,
I don't
okay,
know. I'm
the
joking. I'm kind of
yeah,
like,
yeah, but the same,
I
like
think it's
just
commitment,
with
isn't it?
this workshop,
Yeah.
I mean, $97 is not that big a deal for
Mm,
most people, but
mm.
um, it's enough that it's going to make you pay attention
Yeah. Yeah.
instead of it just being yet another free thing that you just kind of
Mm, mm,
ignore or
mm,
listen to while you're doing other stuff.
mm.
It's enough to make you pay attention. And
Yeah.
that is what we're trying to do, is to help you to be in the place where you need to be so that you can become who you're trying to become.
And I think the $97 is like, for the amount of value of coaching you get in that
Oh,
time,
yeah.
um, is negligible. But also, I always think it is more, what's more important, and I would talk about it in higher ticket
Yeah.
offers. I mean, this is like
Yeah,
little
exactly.
thing. Um, what you said, which was really about it's about commitment, and there is a thing of when you decide you're going to invest, it's not about who you're paying, actually it's about the
Yeah.
investment in yourself, which is so
Yeah.
important. And there's a whole, I mean, I could talk about it for hours about value it gives your clients when they're investing in themselves, and that sort of the quote is that the transformation is in the transaction, and that starts the momentum, that commitment and the movement and the action towards whatever the outcome of the offer that they want is there. So you're
Yeah.
right, you're absolutely right. It's part of you're paying to make that commitment, right? You're investing to make that commitment.
Yeah.
So I think that and this is another interesting question, and maybe the final question I have today for you is also people who are, and I hear this a lot as well, and this is really why we're doing this pop-up, actually, and it was for this reason, originally, because I speak to lots of people and they're kind of like, I've already invested in tons of coaching and tons of courses and tons of strategies and loads of online marketing and blah, and it's not working for me. There must be something wrong with me. I don't know what to do. I don't need another thing.
Yeah.
And nothing is consistently sticking and working for me, and I'm totally overwhelmed. If you're feeling like that, this is for you. This is
Yeah.
the thing for you.
Yeah.
And maybe you want to talk a bit about sort of, your experience of all this sea of marketing things that you've seen, and try to get your head around.
Yeah, I've been burned pretty bad with marketing and business coaching. But the biggest thing that I have had to learn in the last year is
Mm,
unlearning my own issues
mm,
that need to not be seen, to not put myself out there, to not try to get attention. It
mm,
goes directly in the face of the things the beliefs that I formed as a child. And it's so common,
mm,
especially for women,
mm,
that we are just not supposed to be seen. We're supposed to
mm,
live quieter and not be flashy or whatever. I don't know, whatever the messaging is, but that was what I got. And it's different for everyone, but that has been the hardest thing that I've had to break through in my own mind. And that's what's taken me the most time in this last year or so of building my business or getting it started, has been getting through the stuff in my own mind. And once I learned more tools and started working with other people about it, it just went so much faster. And that's the thing, is that I've come from a lot of stuff in my past, and where I was 10 years ago is just completely unrecognizable from where I am today. And much of that I figured out on my own. And when you have someone else who can say, okay, this is what it is, this is the rock that you're stumbling on, this is how we can get rid of it, it's so much faster and so much easier, and we don't have to do it alone.
And I think, I mean, you're right. I think and this is why what you and I do sits so nicely together and so complementary, is that there is all that mindset stuff, and people band that word around so much that it's so overused a bit now. And I think it's like, oh, I've got to sort my mindset out, oh, I haven't got the right mindset, or and I think that I was talking to someone the other day, and they were saying, 10 years ago, if you spoke to anyone and asked them how they were, they'd say they were busy. And nowadays, if you speak to anyone, they'll say that they're overwhelmed, and everyone's overwhelmed. And I think that's a mixture. Wow. It's a mixture of both things. It's a mixture of sort of whatever stuff is going on through our heads, the patterns that we're running, and it's a mixture of just this constant bombardment of like marketing and how to get customers, and you need this, you need that, and you need, and you sort of spend, every time you get on social media, right? Every time you get on, I'm bombarded with it all the time, and I do it for a living, so I'm kind of like looking into it all. But even I get overwhelmed. I'm just like, oh my God, you know what I mean? There's so much stuff out there, and what we're going to be covering in this workshop is is having the map, right? Having the map of what you're trying to get, where you're trying to get to, and the sort of map of how you get there. And we were talking a bit about this last night, but I was thinking about it today, and it's like, it's like trying to get to a destination when you don't have a map, and trying to get to a destination when you don't have any GPS, right? And you spend all your time, like the marketing tactics and stuff that you're investing in, and the coaching and all of that stuff that you're investing in, it works, but it has to be in the right sequence.
Yes.
So if I use my analogy of, getting somewhere, without the map, without the GPS, all those other marketing tools and tactics are like things like, how to make your car go faster, how to fill your car up with petrol when you've already got a full tank, how to add turbos to the engine, how to clean the windscreens. It's all the things that work to help you on your journey. But if you haven't got the right sequence, there's no point having a turbo. There's no point having another tank of petrol if you haven't even used it, So the sequence is important. And really what we're going to be talking about in the workshop is giving you that GPS, so that, because you know where you want to get to, right? You want to be in a healthy, thriving business with a predictable amount of clients coming in, so that you can work and help people and serve people and do, make money and all those good things. Everyone knows what that destination is, and it's different for different people, for sure, but they haven't got the map to get there. And so what's happening is they're spending all their time on the things that they don't need, those tactical things, those marketing tactical things that is going to help them at a different stage in their business. But actually right now what they need is a map. and the GPS system to get there. And that is what we're going to be covering in this 2-day workshop. So
Awesome.
if you want to get a simplified marketing map GPS system in your mind so that you can make healthy decisions and the right decisions and get rid of some of that head trash that goes on, whatever's going on, and if you have an inconsistent or unpredictable client flow into your business, that sounds very technical. If you haven't got enough clients consistently, that's the untechnical way of saying it. Or if you find that sort of finding clients or doing that marketing, doing those sales is sort of getting in the way of what you want to do in your business, or you actually, quote, hate marketing, which is cool. This is for you, right? It's for midlife business owners who are really good at what they do, but they haven't got the map to get their business to where they want to get it to. So I'll let you tell them what time it is, because I can't remember right now because it's too late for me.
Tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern time, and 7 p.m. UK time.
Perfect. And let's not forget to tell them where to get the tickets, right? So the tickets are at, and we'll put the link in here as well. The tickets are at kelly.offeracceleratorlive.com, which is a bit of a strange URL, but we'll put it in the thing. But it's pretty straightforward. kelly.offeracceleratorlive.com.
$97.
$97, which is like make the commitment to yourself and your time to us, and we're going to have an awesome. It's going to be hugely valuable 2 hours. I cannot measure how much time you will get back by investing that 2 hours, because it just saves you months and months of frustration and overwhelm, and polishing your car instead of driving it to where you want to get to. Right? Awesome. Really good to catch